I'm not really here to talk you to death, but I come to bring you why you're really here. Okay? Welcome to the spring equinox. That's what's kind of going on here. It's one part. Yes, Trayvon's tragedy is a catalyst, but we are here to celebrate the spring equinox. We're tired. It's 2012. The planet is at a certain position. If you paid attention, we did not have a winter. We had a mild spring. So I just want y'all to be aware of what's going on with the world. And what you're doing here today is a small example of how we are getting tired. All right? Now listen, you got some people that was kind of not necessarily wondering, not necessarily knowing why we were doing it. Some people say that a rally doesn't do anything. So,
I could not move. That's right.
But this is up to you. This is why I'm here to tell you this right now.
Come on.
We cannot just walk away from here today and felt like justice has been served. You got to make a move on your own to be first a better person, and then a better person who wants to have a better world.
Yeah.
Now, Trayvon Martin, death is one of many deaths that have happened. So I guess we're getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of things going on with our government, with the world's government, that we do not have time to get into today. But let the brother Trayvon Martin tragedy be a spark.
Yes.
To move on to a better world. It's getting real, y'all. We're talking about outlawing the growing of food. It's getting real out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've been tricked up for a long time. I just want to say I love y'all. This is beautiful here. So, this is the age of Aquarius, the age of information, air, and technology. Use the internet, but don't let the internet use you. There's information out there you need to be looking up, other than BET, the BYOB,
YouTube.
you know what I mean, YouTube.
Right.
Use it. Use it. Use it. That's pretty much all I got to say. I'm going to talk to y'all to death. We got some people coming up. I would like to introduce the spark of this, because we were just sitting around the Zulu house, and Sister Clever came up and was like, we should do something. We was like, well, what you want to do? It's only a week. Putting obstacles in the way right there. What you could do, we only got a week. So,
look what she did in a week.
Yeah, you did it. Zulu and Occupy Code, all of y'all, and y'all came through. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce Clever Speaks. Y'all make some noise for Clever Speaks.
Greetings. How's everybody doing? Alright, we're on here, like Brother Fat said, we're here for, an occasion that has, I'm sure, tugged at many of our hearts. I know for me, I've shed tears. I know this has been a very difficult situation, but like he mentioned, this is not the first situation. And unfortunately, if we don't continue to act, it won't be the last situation. But definitely, we all did this. One thing that I want to understand, it's raining. And look to the left of you, look to the right of you. All these people came out. Our people, sometimes we tend to have this syndrome of waiting. Who's our next Dr. King? Who's our next Malcolm? Where is Sharpton? Look, we did it. We are the people. We are the power. We are the movement. The way when Brother Fat said, use the internet, don't let it use you. The images that some of y'all have on this shirt for the flyer, this moved around the internet like crazy. And look what we did. They mentioned this on CNN, but I want you to understand, take that power, take what we have and use it. You don't have to have the stereotype of what or who an activist is. You are an activist. You are here. You are an activist. We are all activists to get this thing going, okay? So when we leave from here, like he said, Don't be inactive. We use the internet. Continue to use the internet. Make your voice heard. Learn about. We're calling all the numbers for Trayvon Martin. This same thing happens here. Learn who to use here. Make them accountable. Do that. We are the people. We are for the people, and we're going to keep moving. After this, everybody needs to take a pledge when you leave here. This will not be the last time that you are active. You will not forget about Trayvon. You will not forget about the other brothers and sisters who lost their lives. You, my hip-hop heads, you know, Mos Def said, the length of black life is treated with short worth. Yeah. Are we seeing that? Yeah. Are you feeling that? Yeah. Is this something we can walk away from? No. We can't walk away from this. We together, we have a network. I see myself in you. I hope you see yourself in me. When you see these brothers getting killed like this, you can't be like, it's not my son, it's not my nephew. It is. With Trayvon is my son. Right. Yes. Trayvon is my son. He is our nephew. He is our brother. At this moment, I want to ask, I'm going to bring up a lady. She's a parent. We're going to have a couple of parents to come up here and speak because we want them to talk about this from a parental perspective. Raise your hand if you're a parent. So we all have to think. Our flyer said we walk and stand in solidarity with the family of Trayvon Martin in their quest for justice and all families who are going through a similar thing. You're a parent, you have to think about the fact that because your son is black, because he had on a hood, because he was walking to get Skittles to come back and watch the game, his life can be taken. Like this family and these other families, they never can talk to their son again. Like, y'all, this is real. This is real. Y'all mean a lot to me. I want to see our children grow up. Don't y'all want to see them grow up? The only way we're going to have that happen is if we see ourselves and each other. When you see the young brothers, they have to match. When you see them doing something they shouldn't be doing, if you see them doing things that are right, you acknowledge it. You be a part of it. Don't make it be somebody else's problem. This is all of us in this. So, okay, I don't mean to get, because I could be up here, I might start crying. So I'm going to call Sister Dongetta Miller Washington up here. Okay, all right, and she is the founder and executive director of Virginia Kids Eat Free. She is making sure that our babies out here on the south side, all across Virginia, are eating. So welcome her. Y'all give her a hand. Wow, this is awesome. First of all, I want everybody to give Clever speech, even though we are all here together, but if we did not have a catalyst, we would not be here. So everybody give Clever speech up. Round of applause. Wow, and you guys to come out in the rain, and she called me. I was in Richmond yesterday. I had a 2-day training, and she called me and she said, can you come and speak? And I said, you know something, Clever, whatever you ask me to do, if you need me to get some water, whatever it is, I am a servant first. So I am extremely tired, but I made it a part to be out here just like you guys are. And I just want us to make sure that we use this as a learning lesson. I did see some posts on Facebook saying that rallies do not work, and that kind of just really got me stirred up. All right, rallies are a way to give us ump, to make us get more mad at the problem. But just like with feeding kids, there were kids going hungry before I started in 2006. But I had to make up in my mind that I was going to sell one of my rental properties and be a solution to the problem. So just like other kids have been not talked about, but this is a very important year. We have to get out and vote, because if we don't put the right people in office, they will pass these laws and we don't know what's going on. So we can't sit back and complain when we haven't gotten out and vote. So if you are not registered, you need to get out and vote. And don't let these political people twist your arm. And a lot of these people, they don't like me, because ain't none of them donating to my program, and so I'm not a puppet for anybody. Republican, Democrat, Independent alike. My husband helps me fund my program, and there are other people outside of the state of Virginia that help me fund my program. So I'm not aligned to anybody. And so when wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong. And they do not want our kids to be fed, and they do not want us to know this negativity that's going on. My daughter is an awesome tennis player. She wears hoods all the time when she is running down the street, when she is working out. Are you telling me that if she doesn't answer because she has her iPod in her ears, that you can shoot her? You have got to be kidding me. So we need to stand for our children. We need to stand for the people that can't stand for themselves. Trayvon no further has a voice. He is our ancestor, like our brother said. But we need to make sure that we don't let people get in our heads and cause us to make the wrong decisions in these political offices right now. Because there are people that are going to come out and they haven't been there for us, but because they need the black vote, they will say, have to say now. So we make sure that we are not burdened by their problems to want to be in office. If they haven't been in your face before, tell them, don't come now. And you have to not be scared that your food stamps going to be cut off, or that whatever's going to happen, if you said that something ain't going to happen because somebody's going to go against something political office. If God is on your side, whatever is for you, it's for you. And I am a living witness. My dad was incarcerated for 16 years. My mom was a single parent. She worked 2 jobs during the week and 1 on the weekends. I have a brother that got locked up for 36 years. I got 1 for 14 that's getting out in December. And I'm going to make sure that he is working in my warehouse and he's got a job. Because the system says they want them to go back again and again and again because they don't have money to pay their fines. If they can't get jobs when they get out here to pay their fines, how the heck are they going to be a better citizen? If you don't give them back their right to vote, if they sold their time, why in the heck do they not get their right to vote back? So we need to make sure that we get out and vote and we stand for our brothers and sisters, because if we have to be a voice for them. Some of them don't know better. And like Clever said, if you see one of our young brothers and sisters doing what they're not supposed to be doing, pull them aside and tell them, look, my brother, pull your pants up. Do you even know the meaning behind that? In prison, you can't wear a belt. So if you wear your pants down in prison, that means you're taken care of by another man. So is that the perception that you really want us to think out here? Now, if you go that way, that's fine. You know, I'm with you. Hey, it's to each his own. But if you don't, pull your pants up. You know, so I think that we just need to make sure. I'm going to tell you, just like Clever, when she called me, I had thought about this issue, and then I put my daughter, and she's somewhere out there, when I put my daughter's face and Trayvon's face. My daughter means the world to me. She is a miracle child. I wasn't supposed to have her. I had a brain tumor in 1997. I had breast cancer in 2002. I wasn't supposed to be here. And so when she came about, they thought she was another tumor. And so when she came, and now she's such a beautiful she's a black dark child. Chocolate, she's a chocolate Barbie. And I told myself that I would make sure that she did not grow up like I did, because my mom grew up teaching me that white was right, because she thought that was the only way to make it. But my daughter, from 2 years old, has been in every black organization that I could think of, so she could know who she is. It's nothing for you to walk in my house and she's watching the movie of Emmett Till, Ruby Bridges. She knows all of them. And she will fight for what is right. She goes to Norfolk Christian, but she knows who she is. And she has to sometimes tell the other black kids who they are. So we have to make sure that we are instilling in our children who they are. Because if they know who they are, then they won't do some of the things that they're doing. But I'll tell you, it's up to us. It's up to us. So I want to just thank Clever for calling me yesterday and just asking me to speak. And if anybody ever wants to volunteer for Virginia Kids Be Free, you know I got to put in a plug. We are online, VAKidsBeFree.org. Please, and we have a concert coming up April 21st and 22nd, and I'll have Clever put it on her Facebook as well. Okay, thank you, and thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Sister Danyata. Next, we're going to have a sister from who she represents Universal Zulu Nation Chapter 30 as well as Occupy the Hood, Hampton Roads. She's going to talk. She was instrumental in getting this organized as well. So this is Sister Simile. She's going to talk about this from the perspective of a parent. She's a mother with sons. So she's going to come up here and give us a word. Give it up for Sister Simile. How y'all doing today? I am Simile. Yes, I am with Occupy the Hood, Hampton Roads, Virginia. I am also with the Universal Zulu Nation. First of all, again, please give yourselves a round of applause for coming out in the rain. I appreciate that. I had a conversation with my son recently telling me about going through a neighborhood and he was questioned, are you sure you're not lost? Well, the only reason he was asked that because he was in a predominantly white neighborhood. Now, these things have to stop.
That's right, that's right.
These things have to stop. Geraldo Rivera, you're a fool. You're going to tell me that the hoodie is just as much to blame as Zimmerman? You're a fool, okay? And you bought into the lie of blaming the victim for the crime, okay? And we're not going to do that anymore. People want to know, what can we take away from this? What you can take away from this is that now every single one of you is an activist, okay? This might be your very first rally, but please don't let this be your last rally. When you see people out in the streets and they're doing what they're doing, you know, volunteer, help. We have so many different organizations that have came out here. We have Occupy Virginia Beach, Occupy Norfolk, we have NAACP, we have the Nation of Israel, Universal Zulu Nation is here again, Occupy the Hood is here. And if I don't know, please let us know so we can say that you're out here. We have sign-up sheets that are going around so that you can put your information on it so that we can contact you. This is not a one-time thing. You see people on Facebook, oh, people want to jump on the bandwagon. No, we've been out here for a long time. You know how many funerals, how many teddy bears I put trees, how many t-shirts that I wore with people's faces on it? I mean, this is not new. This just sparked the nation because this is our generation's MQ. You understand what I'm saying? This is something that touched everyone. And we might all be, going to different events and different funerals, but this is the one that everybody came to. This is the one that the children walked out of schools for. Not because they wanted to go play, but because they wanted to say something. They wanted their voices to be heard. So please don't walk away feeling helpless. Please don't walk away and just don't do anything. Please. You know, I'm going to get real African for a minute here. It's a tradition, an African tradition, to pour out water for the ancestors. And even in the hood, we took it. I know some of y'all know what we do in the hood. They'll pour out a 40 bottle. But they're just trying to reach back to Africa, that's all. So, I'm going to pour it on the ground. This isn't as Sister, get that for me. I'm just going to name off a couple of names. Trayvon Martin. Emmett Till. Wally Graham. Yusuf Hawkins. Sean Bell. Amadou Diallo. Bobby Hutton. Huey P. Newton. Jonathan Jackson. George Jackson. Lucius Williams III, this sister right here, lost her son. Captain Johnson. Antoine Sedgwick. And Raul Brasilia Flores. Sam Napier. Troy Davis. Raynard Johnson. This country was founded on blood, let's be honest. This country was founded on unjust murders for all the indigenous people and Native Americans who have been slaughtered in this country. That's it. For everyone who is being lost right now in the military, going across with unjust wars where we should not be, and mothers have to cry because their daughters and sons are not coming home. We're going to pour it out for them, as well as the Iraqis and the Afghanis who are victims of the crime. Okay, we want to talk about crime. We want to talk about Cody 2012. Let's talk about things, but we really want to talk about murder. There is a history of murder in this country. And I have to fear when my sons walk out the door that they might not make it. Why? Because a cop might take his life. Because a black man might take his life. Any racist on the block can take his life and get off. So I'm trying to tell you, you have to instill into the children. Don't be fearful, but stand up for yourself. Be proud of yourself. Study and learn who you are. The problems of black on black crime is not just going to go away. We have to learn who we are. We have to learn how to love ourselves. We don't even get taught who we are in the public educational system. We need our own educational system to teach who we are. And not only that, look around the crowd. It's not just black people out here. We have people of all ethnicities who came out to support. Okay? So what I want you to think about is you who are not of the black community, you go back and you tell other people who might not listen to us what's going on. Tell them what's going on. Tell them to pick up a book and study the history. If you can't relate to what's going on, educate yourself. If we got to tell you what's going on in the black community, you can walk up and ask any one of us, and we'll tell you what's going on in our community. Absolutely. Okay? So I'm not going to take too much time, but I just want to say I'm proud of all of you, and please leave and be active. Please take the flyers and the information and sign out, fill out your email, your telephone number. There are going to be a lot of things going on. It's going to be a long hot spring, a long hot summer. We're not going nowhere. Nowhere. All right. Okay, next we're going to call up, we're going to have a parent to come up, a father, okay? Because we know the mother's hearts are bleeding towards this, but we can't overlook the fathers too, because you black men are everything in the scope of what is going on in our communities, okay? We do not want to overlook you. We are here because of you, because we want you to know your lives are valuable, and we want you to know that your presence is important to us. Okay? We need you to know that you matter. A lot of times in our community, it seems to be divisive between the men and the women. We love you. We need you. I need you. I grew up with my father, okay? When they try to say that all black men are absent, my father was in my life. I'm a daddy's girl. You matter. So we want a father to come up here and speak. Our brothers are important to us, and we need y'all here. Y'all are here, and we want the world to know that you're here. They say that the black men aren't in the community. Okay, so give it up for the black man. We're going to have Brother Aaron to come up and speak right now.
Peace, everyone. I just had a sister of mine told me to let everybody know my personal story, but I feel like it's more important to really let the issue at hand be known. So,
good job, sister.
Go ahead, bro. All right. The greatest trick of the devil is making people think he does not exist.
All right.
In comparison, the greatest trick of this system is making our people think that slavery has been abolished. Brothers and sisters, my name is Aaron Thomas, father of two, veteran of the United States Army, and today an activist of Occupy the Hood, Hampton Roads, and a supporter of the 7 City Panthers as well as the Zulu Nation. We are here today, sisters and brothers, because of the murder of a young black teenager, Trayvon Martin, and the injustice placed upon him and his family. So what I want to do for you today is bring to your awareness the psychological effects of slavery today, created 400 to 500 years ago, and the reasons why we, as a people, continue to bear witness to such tragedies. In the book, Willie Lynch letter, and the making of a slave is the blueprint for what is now our reality. And if we so-called African Americans continue to support such an unbalanced, unfair, and demonized system, there won't be a future for our next generation to come. So I have a few pages I would like to read from the book Willie Lynch letter and the making of a slave, so that you have a clear understanding as to why this country operates as it does and how it benefits today from the continuing downfall of our race. Food for thought from the internet. Dear Black Americans, after all of these years and all we have been through together, we think it's appropriate for us to show our gratitude for all you have done for us. We have chastised you, criticized you, punished you, and in some cases we even apologized to you, but we have never formally nor publicly thanked you for your never-ending allegiance and support to our case, to our cause. This is our open letter of thanks. We will always be in your debt to you for your labor. You built this country, and we are responsible for the great wealth that we still enjoy today. Upon your backs, laden with the stripes, the strips we sometimes had to apply for disciplinary reasons, you carry our nation. We thank you for diligence and your tenacity. Even when we refuse to allow you even walk in our shadows, you follow close behind, believing that someday we would accept you and treat you like men and women. We publicly acknowledge black people for raising our children, attending to our sick, and preparing our meals while we were occupied with the trappings of good life. Even during the time when we found pleasure in your women and enjoyment in seeing your men lynched, maimed, and burned. Some of you continue to watch over us and our belongings. We simply cannot thank you enough. Your bravery on the battlefield, despite being classified as the 3/5 of a man, was and still is standing. We often watch in awe as you went about your prescribed chores and assignments, sometimes laboring in the hot sun for 12 hours to assist in realizing our dreams of wealth and good fortune. Now that we control at least 90% of all the resources and wealth of this nation, we have black people to thank the most. We can only think of the sacrifices you and your families made to make it all possible. You were there when it all began, and you are still with us today, protecting us from those black people who have the temerity. I think that's right.
No, it's timidity.
Temerity to speak out against our past transgressions. Thank you for continuing to bring 95% of what you earn to our businesses. Thanks for buying our heel figures, Carins, Nikes, and all the other brands you so adore. Your super rich athletes, entertainers, intellectuals, and business persons, both legal and illegal, exchange most of their money for our cars, jewelry, homes, and clothing. What a windfall they have provided for us. The less fortunate among you spend all they have at our neighborhood stores, enabling us to open even more stores. Sure, they complain about us, but they never do anything to hurt us economically. Allow us to thank you for not bogging yourself down with the business of doing business with your own people. We can take care of that for you. You just keep doing business with us. It's safer that way. Besides, everything you need, we make anyway. Even Kenneth clothes. You just continue to dance, sing, and distrust and hate one another. Thank you for not doing business with your own people. We can take care of that for you. Have yourself a good time, and this time we'll take of you. It's the least we can do, considering all you've done for us. Heck, you deserve it, black people, for all your labor, which created our wealth, for your resisting the messages of trouble, making blacks like Washington, Delaney, Garvey, Bethany, Tubman, and Truth for fighting and dying on our battlefields. We thank you. And we really thank you for not reading about the many black warriors that participated in the development of our great country. We thank you for keeping it hidden from the younger generation. Thank you for not bringing such glorious deeds to our attention, for allowing us to move into your neighborhoods. We will forever be grateful to you for your unceasing desire to be near us and for hardly ever following through on your threats due to our lack of reception.
That's about to change anyway, so don't worry about it. Come on.
Reciprocity.
We got it. Inequality. We thank you so much.
No, ma'am.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come together right now, God, because you're unknowing God.
Yes, sir.
You're seeing God.
Well,
and we thank you, God, for this gathering right now, God.
thank you.
And God, we ask you right now in the name of Jesus that we
Yes,
bless
Jesus.
everyone that's here right now.
Yes, sir.
And we will ask you to bless the family, God,
Right now,
that
Jesus.
lost their son, God.
Well.
That could have been our grandson, God.
Well.
That could have been our son, God.
Yes, sir.
And God, we ask right now, God, that you would step in right now, God.
Yeah, yeah.
That we let your hand be upon all hands, God.
Right now, Jesus.
Because we know you could do all things.
All things.
We can't see things, God.
Yes, sir.
But we can see all things, God.
Yeah.
God, we love you.
Yeah.
God, we magnify your name, God.
Yes, sir.
We glorify you, God.
Yeah.
Because, God, we know right now you're going to step in, God.
Yes, sir.
Because, God, we're stepping in right now and coming together, God.
Yes, sir.
All over the nation, God, we're
Yeah.
stepping in.
Yes, sir.
And, God, we're not coming in with violence, God. Even though we are African Americans. And we thank God for all the white people that's out here right now. That's stepping in with us, God. And we know that, God, that one could take 1,000. And two could put 1,000 to forth. And God, we asking you right now to take your 1,000 and 3,000 to forth. God, we love you right now. We want to magnify your name. We're not coming in with violence, God. But God, we're coming together. Because God, this is what you want to do. To bring all us together. To bring our children, our black men, our young black men, our young black women together. And God, we thank you right now, God. I glorify you, God. Because this is your hand right now. If it took Trayvon to lose his life, we won't lose another life. Not another black man. We're going to take the hoodies off. We don't need a hoodie to live. We need you to live. We need all